We are back in the tower for another Destiny 2 Zer video. Um, so we are in the courtyard at the moment. And once you land here, we're just gonna go to the left. And basically, we're just gonna go to where Zer is. It's a long way. Whenever he spawns at the tower, um, he's always in the same spots. I wish Sir moves around because look how giant this hangar is, or at least put him somewhere else in the tower, you know? Don't just have him in one place, but whatever. I mean, he's right here. So let's see. For the exotic weapon, he brought Lord of Wolves, which is an exotic shotgun. The weapon perks are Chamber Compensator, Extended Mag, Release the Wolves, Composite Stock. Lord of Wolves does have a catalyst. The intrinsic trait is Shrapnel Launcher. Fires a powerful short-range burst of solar damage. Basically, it acts like a fast-firing rates shotgun. So this used to rule the Crucible in a while back because of this perk, Release the Wolves. When you press R or basically whatever it says there to press, greatly increases rate of fire and shoots in full auto, which when up close was really devastating. If you don't have Lord of Wolves, I suggest getting it. It might not be as great as it used to be, but you know, you might never know that if Bungie decides to buff it again, and it could ruin the Crucible again. So I suggest getting it. Moving on to the exotic armor, starting with Knucklehead Radar, which is an exotic helmet for the Hunter. The armor perks is upgraded sensor pack. Basically, all this helmet does is when you aim down sights with any weapon, your minimap stays up. Like the minimap that's on the top left of the screen stays up. Whether it be in the Crucible, PvE, GMs, or whatever. That's all it does. Plus more stuff, but the main thing is it lets your radar or your minimap stay up while you're aiming down sights. It has a total stats of 64. I mean, it doesn't really matter the stats of what it is. It's not like it's gonna provide anything to the armor perk. But yeah, I mean, the mobility is high, which is kind of good for the Hunter, I guess. If you like using your dodge a lot, and strength, if you like using your melee a lot, like smoke grenades, throwing knives, etc. I honestly think there are better Hunter armor out there. Knucklehead Radar is one exotic to avoid, in my opinion, unless you want it for your collections, I guess. Moving on to the Eternal Warrior, which is an exotic helmet for the Titan. The armor perk is Resolutes. Basically, arc final blows grant escalating damage bonus with arc weapons. When you activate your super Fist of Havoc, you get an Ori shield. And you gain the highest tier damage bonus to arc weapons when your Fist of Havoc super ends. Basically, when the super ends, whatever arc weapon that you're using will be extra powerful because it'll do more damage. Total stats is 65, with intellect being the highest, which is kind of good, I guess, because more intellect you have, the faster your super you get, which means you will activate Resolutes more often. Honestly, this helmet it's just better Titan armor out there. I mean, why would you wait until you get your super in order for you to use an exotic, for it to be beneficial. I don't know. I'd rather just use an exotic that it's beneficial to you all the time you're wearing it, instead of waiting for your super in order for the exotic to be beneficial. And lastly but not least, Xur has the Ophidian aspect, which are exotic gauntlets for the warlock. The armor perk is Cobra Totemic. Your weapons ready and reload very quickly. And it provides a small benefit to the airborne effectiveness stats of all weapons. Basically, this is the go-to of exotic to use in the Crucible for warlocks if you want to use your weapons like for it to be drawn faster and to reload quickly. I think it did get a nerf because it doesn't feel as strong as it did before. But I don't know if it did. Honestly, I haven't kept up with the nerfs and buffs to weapons and armor. The total stats is 65. Honestly, none of these stats really contribute to Cobra Totemic, since the wearing the armor already gives you the benefit when you reload and your weapons get ready faster. But yeah, this is, if you play a lot of Crucible, I suggest getting Ophidian aspect. If you don't have it, it's really good. I used to be better, but whatever. As always, Xur has the Hawkmoon, which it has rangefinder, which is actually really not good. It also has Hammerforged rifling, which increases the range. So the range will be 62, but with rangefinder, it'll be a lot higher. This is actually a really good Hawkmoon. So if you don't have a good Hawkmoon yet, I suggest getting this. I think I'm gonna get it myself, actually. As always, Xur has the exotic Cypher, which when you complete it, you get an exotic. As always, Xur has the Xenology quest, is what I meant. And when you complete the quest, you get the exotic Cypher, which you can use at the tower in the exotic archive. Xur has the exotic Engram, which you can buy for 97 legendary shards. Moving on to the legendary weapons, Xur has True Prophecy with Grave Robber and Rampage. Just skip it. Moving on to the Chroma Rush, which is a auto rifle. It has Feeding Frenzy and Adrenaline Junkie. I guess you can use this for PvE. I guess. Moving on to the Chrysura Mellow, which is an auto rifle. It has Ensemble and Demolitionist. I guess you can use this for PvE as well, if you need a solar auto rifle. Moving on to the Judgment of Kilgoroth, which is a glaive. It has Immovable Object and Surrounded with Ambush. I guess you can use this in PvE as well, and since it says Deep Sight activation is available for this weapon, you can buy it. And once deleting it, I think it can drop as a red border weapon, but you'll need to buy a lot of these in order for it to drop as a red border. Hopefully it drops for me so I can show you that it's true, but I doubt that it would drop for me since I have the worst of luck. But anyway, you can get this glaive crafted if you so wish for. So I'm gonna stop because it's not dropping for me, even though I bought a couple. So we're moving on to the Ikilos, which is SRV version 1.0.3, which is a sniper rifle. It has moving target, high impact reserves, and Rasputin's arsenal. You can skip this weapon if you have a better sniper rifle, honestly. moving target and high impact reserves are PvP perks, but there's better sniper rifles out there. Especially since this is a rapid fire frame, so it won't kill people in their supers, and so on and so forth. Moving on to the 7 Seraph Saw, which is a machine gun. It has grave robber and firing line. I guess you can use this for PvE if you need a machine gun for anything. And lastly, Xur has the Interference, I think 6, which is a grenade launcher. It has field prep and swashbuckler. I guess it's okay for PvE if you don't have a good grenade launcher yet.